Hello guys, Morris Carlson here, and today I'm going to tell you guys 10 things you should never do to your vehicle and why. So, let's get started. Number 10, don't rev your engine so much. Now, the reason with that being said is if you rev your engine too much, chances are you're going to flood your own engine. And by that, I mean you're going to cause some issues to your engine, like that'll wreck your engine, like it'll combust your own engine. So yeah, don't do that too much. Like if you're only doing it for a little car video that you do, kind of like what I do, I would suggest only doing that 2 times. But yeah, but other than that, don't rev your engine so much. Number 9, don't try to put any other fuel inside of your engine or fuel tank. Now, one time our shop had a complaint about some driver putting the wrong fuel type inside their bus. It was a gasoline powered bus and they put diesel in it. And so if you do something like that, that will also wreck your engine. Trust me, guys. And I know this because we've had some complaints before at my work saying that one of the bus drivers had just wrecked their own engine by putting the wrong fuel type in there. So yeah, try to, if you're so used to gasoline, and then I would suggest, if you're gonna buy a new car and you don't want it to be gas or something, I would kind of think about that for a little bit. Number 8, don't try to turn off your engine while you're driving. And here's why. Now, I've seen some people doing that on video just so they could see what happens for themselves. Like if you accidentally touched the button or something while you're driving, chances are your engine's gonna stop, and you won't be able to turn it back on unless the gear is in park and your foot's on the brake. Otherwise, if you have a key and someone else touched it, or you touched it accidentally, chances are your engine's not going to start either unless you have your gear in park. So yeah. Okay, now number 7, do not try to see what happens if you try to put gas in an electric vehicle. Now, what will that do, you guys might ask? That's a very good question. So, if you do that, if you for some reason think that the little plug thing is oddly shaped, if you're just not used to electric vehicles or something, and yeah, they don't use gas at all, they just run on electricity, of course. Yeah, don't try to put gas or anything else inside of an electric vehicle, because when you do that, you're gonna ruin your whole vehicle, and you're gonna get electrocuted, and you're gonna end up in the hospital. So don't do that. And number 6, never have your vehicle on high idle for too long if your vehicle has an option for that. Like if your vehicle has a high idle switch. Okay, now the reason for that is because we've had a few drivers have some complaints about their engines automatically kicking on a high idle while they're doing their pre-trip inspection, and that just overheated their engine. Don't have your engine on high idle for so long, because chances are you're gonna overheat your engine and wreck it, or you're gonna burn out your gas a lot more, and by that I mean losing your gas a lot quicker. So yeah, Cummins, if you guys ever heard of the Cummins engines, diesel? They always whenever you start them and the engine is cold, they always kick on a high idle automatically just so they can heat up. But we've had some complaints from some of our drivers that their engines overheated all because of the fact that the high idle was automatically kicked on. Number 5, don't blink your headlights so much. Now, I've seen a lot of people doing this one time on a street because of someone was just on their phone. Don't do that, because you are going to wreck your headlights, and eventually you might get pulled over for it. So because that you burnt out your headlights, and then eventually you have to take it to the shop so they can fix your own headlights and put like new bulbs in them. So yeah, don't blink your headlights too much. Number 4, do not steer while your car is not moving. Now, I used to do this a lot with my car videos, but then one of the mechanics at my work told me not to do that, because what that does is that wears out your own tires, and yeah, if you do that, then eventually you're gonna have to take it to the shop, yeah, and it's a lot of money to fix like tires and stuff like that. And number 3, do not forget to pile off all the snow on your car. This is a really important thing to do, because if you don't do that, nowadays you could get pulled over, or all because you forgot to pile off all the snow on your roof on your car. Just because if you do that, chances are the snow is going to come off your vehicle and go onto someone's windshield, and yeah, I've seen that happen before, but it was a long time ago. But do not forget to pile off all the snow on your vehicle, guys. Number 2, do not go so fast with your car when you're not on a racetrack. Now, those of you that are really smart with driving will know that speeding, and by that I mean going over the speed limit, is illegal in everywhere. Probably, I don't know, but otherwise, yeah, you guys those of you will know that it's illegal to do that. And I'm gonna say why you should never do that, of course, and that's an easy answer, because you could hit someone in front of you, right? Even if you're looking or something, it doesn't matter if you're paying attention well to the road, you still cannot do that, right? It's the law. So when you do that, you've broken the law, and eventually you might get pulled over all because you did that, right? And eventually you might get fined for it too. And down here, the fines are really expensive, just because yeah. And lastly, number 1, do not take your eyes off the road while you're driving. This is really important, guys. Like, don't go on your phone. Do not look right next to you. If someone tries to get your attention, do not look at them. It's okay to talk to them, but just don't look at them. Do not do any of that. It's really important that you don't do that, because chances are, if you're not looking, if you're on your phone, I've seen people on their phone while they're actually accelerating, and chances are, if you do that, you're gonna hit somebody, and you're the one who's gonna be responsible for it, right? And yeah, and always look what's in front of you, because I've seen, and don't try to, well, yeah, like, don't look at what's not in front of you. Look what's in front of you. Don't take your eyes off the road, because it's really important that you do that. Otherwise, you cause an accident. And like that, and that involves, when you do that, you get distracted while you're driving. So like, don't go on the phone, do not call anybody. Well, there's a reason why cars have features to call people like from the screen while driving nowadays. So yeah, don't. Otherwise, if you have like an older car that can't do that, do not go on your phone while you're driving it, and don't call anybody. Because like I said, chances are you're going to hit somebody or hit something. Anything could happen. Like, you could hit somebody, like you could hit somebody's car, you could really hurt somebody, like you could make them end up in the hospital. Even you could end up in the hospital. And if not, then you could you could kill somebody, and you could kill yourself too. So yeah. Anyways, guys, that is the 10 things not to do while driving. In this video, there will be a part 2 coming, but yeah. Guys, be smart. Act like a real king driver. Drive like a president, like me. And just respect what happens if you do something wrong. And yeah. And be safe when it comes to driving. And yeah. Thank you guys all so much for watching. And yeah. Have a good night, everyone. I'm Morris Carlson.